Okay, so I am ready to go, and I think only Clubhouse that we are setting, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we can take it from here, and the Clubhouse will join us later. Thank you all very much. I'm Bokor Christopher Voncujovi, who is your host. This is Africa Magic Temple ReVodution Voodoo education question and answer section or streaming. Thank you. And then I have a Kinginga, number one, saying greetings, Papa and AMT family. That's no. That's Angela, Canifisha. That's Canifisha, not Kokumensa. And then we have who again? Uncle Sam. Say greetings, family. Hello, Uncle Sam. Thank you, and hello, Kadi. How are you and the children? How is Cameron and other people? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I'm very grateful to you. And then let's go to another place and see if we have anybody. Then we have a big wave sending us 2 rose flowers. And then, yeah, okay, thank you all very much. Please, those of you who are here now, you can just share the live streaming, because I will not be talking very much today because I have rituals to do for myself. So, and the days are close. I need to finish these rituals by tomorrow. So please come on and ask your questions, send your comments and greetings, and then I'll respond to you. Thank you very much. We are having a poor connection with the Clubhouse. It's coming and going.
Oh, okay. For YouTube.
We have Tobeji Bezansi Sokan. Greetings and good day, Papa Bokor Emiledo. I hope you are doing well. Yes, Tobeji Bezan, how are you? Thank you very much. It's unfortunate that I wanted to finish the Gumaga ritual, which we need to do, and each time we get the items ready, something is not opening the gate for us. So we hope that maybe before the end of the year, as rituals we should be able to do. The other day we were set, and then we realized that we didn't even ask the Togbe at what we should give him, and that's why we again had to wait. But I will definitely do that for you, and then we will talk about other things concerning the Kumaka. Thank you very much for joining the live session. And those people who had been taking classes with us for the past 3 weeks on concerning, is it 3 weeks concerning the cowrie divination? If you are here, you can still ask me some questions concerning them, and we can go ahead. We'll be having a new set of students very soon. Once people gather, we will start the cowrie divination classes, which comes usually on Saturdays. Thank you. But you bought a different type of battery for the camera.
Yes,
Hey. And it's a power pack.
yeah, I had to use the power bank because the new battery, it doesn't have.
They didn't charge it.
No, the new set of dummy batteries. It's not like the old one. It's just a small cable. So we have to use a power bank.
So the new set of the dummy battery, this our own has spoiled.
It's not like it's not reliable. It comes and goes.
And there's something that's not working well with it. Okay. But this, where do you get this one big power bank from?
I bought it yesterday at the
Starlight.
No, please, at the Orion, their shop.
Okay. I should get one. It's good that you have. It's big. Thank you very much. So I will just start with our this. Okay, there are some people on Facebook. Facebook too is blur. It's not so sharp like how I can read it easily. I don't know. Marina, try and see if you can help. It's blur. The Facebook is blur. It's not that as sharp.
The video is blur.
Yeah. It's not as sharp as it should be. See how this place is sharp. But then it's not sharp there.
Only Facebook or YouTube?
Yeah.
Make sure we both do YouTube too is blur. No, you're out of focus. Camera is out of focus.
But I want to.
Let me try.
Having our end of year and chance leaves, end of year and chance Thanksgiving rituals starting from next Saturday, which is 14th.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
We are starting our rituals from 14th of this month, and we are planning to first to start from the old man's Tobetuji's shrine at the village, the shrine that he handed over to me to be helping his children and other people to take care of, and we will be starting from there, and then from there we will come back to do our Akpo, which is the voodoo that controls nature very fast. And then after the Akpo, we go directly into doing our normal feeding of our voodoos and ancestors. Then we will feed Afa as well. Thank you all very much. And I want also to bring this one to you attention. Those of you who would want us to feed ancestors on their behalf at the shrine in Accra, Ghana, please you can connect with us, and we will be doing that on your behalf. And as well as we are also reducing our divination charges from $165 to $150 from now until the 6th of January. And for local people, we are taking 400 Ghana cedis plus 2 bottles of beef eater drink for local people. That's what is going on. And I also want to bring to your attention those of you who have owed some money to African Magic Temple, those of you who we have worked for, and your works came out successfully. The pledges that we had made, you had made, and those made on your behalf, you are all aware of them, that we have made some pledges on your behalf, and we have sent you the videos during our ritual. So this is the time for you people to redeem your pledges. So those of you who are still owing African Magic Temple ReVodution Voodoo education, please, all of you should try to make arrangement for the pledges to be redeemed. Thank you, and thank you all very much. And of course, those who haven't done any work with us and are thinking of sending us donation to support our end of year activities, we will be very grateful for all of you who may support us. One thing with African Magic Temple is we don't go asking for donations from people. The work that we do for you, it is from that work and that we use in taking care of the shrine and everything we do at the shrine. So those of you who make pledges, if your works have come through successfully, please do remember and redeem the pledges, because if then we have DJ A say, please, does spirit come in categories? Maybe their strength? Yes, every spirit has their own strength, DJ A. Some are more powerful than some because in this spiritual way we have spirits that are elementals, and we have spirits that who are master spirits. So they have differences, and the way they approach and work also is different. Some have limitation to their work that is cut out for them by nature. They can only work up to some point, but then there are some who can work from that point and above. So spirits have their limitations, energies that but still this thing is not clear, Kofi. Look at the way, or is it that the screen is too dark?
This is on the screen. It's on this.
The screen is too dark. So how do you increase the light in the screen?
I think it has to do with the resolution.
But it has always been a better clear screen for me to watch than today.
Yeah, it's because we're using the HP laptop. This one is. Let me try.
Because this laptop doesn't give you the kind of good resolution.
It's not like. So the resolution options here.
Because I'm finding it difficult to read what is there, because usually I see it more brighter than this. That's why I'm asking. For me, I'm not using glasses and all this thing, so it is not very easy for me to see when it is blurred. I'm using my open eyes, my naked eyes to watch, so. Because it used to be more sharper than this. So anyway, so okay, thank you very much, DJ, for that question. And DJ, I think this was earlier when he said good evening, sir, and she will also say blessings to you. Blessings to you all, and good evening to you, DJ A. Thank you all very much for. I have read that one already. And I will use this opportunity to congratulate all Ghanaians as a country, as a nation, as a people, that this recent election or voting that has just ended, and I will have to really commend our Vice President, His Excellency Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, for making it easier for Ghanaians by coming out and speaking to us, to the nation, about his vision and all that he had brought, but somehow the people's choice is different. But he came on boldly as a gentleman to make Ghanaians to kind of have peace, because as he said, it is Ghana that has won, in the sense that we Ghanaians are the ones who decide who will be our leader. There's something like this. Decide who will be our leader. Our leaders, or people who want to be the leaders, will come and tell us what they want us to hear, what they can do. But can do, but it is the people who will decide who they want to be to rule them. And our Vice President spoke very eloquently and made the whole situation calm down. And I think peace is what we are all known for. Ghana is known for their peace, and we are very grateful for the same. And congratulations to all that have participated in this election or voting exercise, both the winners and the people who have lost. Congratulations to all of us as Ghanaians. I am very proud of you all. Thank you very much. It is still loading.
No. Okay. Still loading a bit actually.
Is it internet problem?
Yes, it got disconnected a bit, but fixed.
Okay. Okay, we have greetings from Uncle Sam, and greetings from King Gika, K Ginga, which is Kanifisha there, and then our sister Luna Nico's happy Sunday, Papa and AMT family. How is everyone? Thank you very much, big sister Luna Nicole. We are all fine. We are all doing very well. And how are you? How have you been through the last week? This thing is too light here. Yeah. What is causing the problem today?
Please do not write.
Could you have brightness here? Marina, if you put that in your ear, you are here. We cannot talk to you.
Make the brightness. Don't make it too bright.
Please check my phone whether it's. Is that my phone?
Yes, please.
Who is that?
Olivia.
Huh?
Olivia.
Oliver.
Olivia.
Oh, I'm working. You know, I'm working. If it's because there is this woman who came to help to clean the house yesterday, so I wanted to give her some money. I thought she's the one. Well, then, right, you will feel. I got you. So, okay, bring me the questions, let me the comments and questions, let me answer. We are not done with that page, the one I was. We just reading Luna Nicole, so this is.
Sorry, wait.
Yeah, so we have this sister Luna Nicole, thank you very much for joining. And then we have a DJ for real. Say Facebook sounds is very low. Sound is very low. So DJ for real, if the sound is okay now, you let us know, because you know, I personally cannot hear. Those who are hearing will know. But please let us know. Thank you very much for bringing it to our attention. I'm grateful. And then we have Ghost Rider. So what is the meaning of Owori Woli Ora in Ifa? I don't know. Woli, whatever Woli, it is Ora, I don't know. I'm sorry, Ghost Rider. I don't know. And then Ghost Rider says, so what is the meaning of Iwori Ora in Ifa? I don't know. You better ask them. I don't know. And we have done Chris Kiddies joining the section, saying greetings, Papa, and greetings to you too, Dan Chris. Thank you for joining today's section. And then we have Chuzo, which is Otura Irete. Say good evening, Papa. I will miss today's class because I'm very busy with office work today. Bless you. Oh, thank you, bless you too, Chibuzo. Thank you very much for letting us know. But it is always on. It is always on. You can always come back to watch it. If not on TikTok, you can watch it on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you very much. Say, okay, then DJ for real. They say the sound on Facebook is good now. Thank you, and thank you very much, DJ for real, for letting us know. Thank you very much. And then we have Tonya, who has just joined on Clubhouse. Thank you very much. And Tonya said greetings, Papa, from me and the children. And thank you very much for joining. From me and the girls. Wanted to wish you a good week. Thank you, and I wish you and the children also a good week. Thank you. I think I've answered those ones already.
Yes.
Okay. So you can put your this in back, or this is the best angle you can be before it will be fine.
The way I did it, so that you come like this, I wouldn't see it here unless I.
You are seeing, no, it's okay. So you can sit down and relax, and then if they have some videos to play, just play some videos. I don't know which videos we have again. These days we don't have so many people coming, but the people who come are of value, very intelligent, but we don't have too many people.
Oh,
That's good because they ask very good questions.
but they'll come.
And the opposition party, the former president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who most people call JM or JDM, has won. I think this year is the year of former presidents coming back to their usual office, because as we have seen in America's President Donald Trump, who was in opposition for 4 years, came back to win the White House. And our president, former president, now president-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, was in opposition for 8 years, and he just came back to regain his seat as the president-elect. It was, I think, has the EC declared already? They did?
Yeah.
The EC had?
Like right now, they are still doing the live.
Oh, really? I shouldn't be before them,
They are live.
because I don't want to answer any question I cannot answer. I don't know. But then I heard the speech of our Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Maumia, who said that they have won massively. They have won. So that's what from there I'm talking about. If the EC hasn't declared, then I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrupt any public, cause any public mayhem. That's 8 plus. No, this is different one. Alfred Techi Mensah. He also won. Oh no, it's not a, it's a, yeah. correspond? Okay.
Let me check.
So maybe that's why. But then the people who are coming on our platform are now coming from Ghana only. They are coming from everywhere. So how come?
They were doing a press conference some few minutes.
The EC.
Yes.
Okay. I congratulate the EC, congratulated everybody for being part of this peaceful. That's what we want. When the elections are held, they are supposed to be peaceful so that the citizens can go about their daily life without fear or favor. Yeah, but I thank God that all things went well because prior to the election, the way people were thinking it will happen, it's so good that our vice president and the presidential candidate for the ruling party came out to make an announcement and to cool down tensions that people will not be expecting that there's going to be something more than what is happening, which is a very good thing. We want peace, and Ghana should always be a peaceful country. So we are on TikTok again, and then we have a big sister, because Papa, can one be initiated into a particular voodoo without being initiated into Fa? Yes, of course. Voodoo is not a Fa. So you can have all voodoo, you get many voodoos and get initiated into many different voodoos without being initiated into Fa. Like in the case of our AMT initiation, we are initiating people into the spirit Abraxas, and then to Tobe Akai, and then to Tobe Jopana. These three deities are the patron deities of our African Magic Temple. So that's why we say that they are will give you AMT initiation. And this AMT initiation is not a Fa initiation, but it is an initiation where you break into the spirit sphere and you can function and be able to work with spirits, whether you are being initiated into them or not, but you can work with all kinds of spirits of nature, even working with plants, animals. You can communicate. Once you build yourself up and your intuition becomes sharpened, you can. So you can get initiated into Voodoo without get me water. You can get initiated into Voodoo and many Voodoos for that matter without necessarily getting initiated into Fa or Ifa. I had been working with many spirits and many Voodoos long time before getting initiated into Fa. And my teacher, Togbe Tuji, that we call Bokor Tuji, had worked with Voodoos only. He'd never been initiated into Fa, he told me. But he is able to tell you all the Afa stories and be able to do a reading with his mirror without using the Afa divination chain and be able to see and tell. So it adds another value to Afa on that level. Yeah, so you can be initiated into Voodoo without being initiated into Fa. Thank you very much, big sister, for that wonderful and beautiful question. And DJ for real, you say, can all Voodoo be kept in the same network error?
Sorry.
Can all Voodoos be kept in the same room or same shrine? Yes, of course. You can keep them all in a place, or there will be problem when they are brought together. No, there will not be a problem when they are brought together. However, there are certain Voodoos that would want to separate themselves from the rest. Because in this kind of cases, then the Voodoo is a Voodoo that doesn't like to work with other Voodoos, but does its own work alone. Like Tobe Damalie at African Magic Temple does not want to work with other Voodoos. It works alone and does its own work alone. And whenever things are okay and Thanksgiving is given to him alone without other Voodoos sharing with him. You cannot even take his drink and go and give to another Voodoo and then replace it. He'll be angry. But he works as alone. There are some Voodoos like that, but most Voodoos can work together. And I believe that if, like Tobe Damalie were to be not I say a living voodoo, it's a plant. Tobe Damalia is a plant, and then it cannot be grown inside the room. So it has to be somewhere outside and be growing and do its own things on its own. So that's how Tobe Damalia is in our shrine, the voodoo that doesn't stay in the same place with the rest. But most voodoos will stay together and work together. Yeah, that's how it is. And so let me see the DJ for real. I'm not finished. It's up. I think it's up. Yes. Say, will there be a problem? Are they when they are together? No, there will be no problem. They work together. And then let me take the question under the. Thank you. No, we're not very put the chair to hold that place. And then big sister Luna goes, Papa, how would you identify a voodoo that wants to work alone? The voodoo will tell you if you have ears and when you have ears and eyes. Well, voodoo work is a spiritual work. It is not human beings who decide that, okay, I don't want to put this voodoo among the rest. The voodoo itself will communicate with you and let you know. That is what spiritual work is all about. Because you should be able to communicate with the voodoos or the spirits that you have and to be able to understand, and it's not an imagination. It's not imagination. You should be, you as an initiate of voodoo must know the voodoos that you are working with, and you must understand them, and you must be able to communicate with them adequately and very clearly in an understanding way, where they understands you or understood you and you understands them. So spiritual work is not imagination. It is not a dream. You have to communicate with them. All my voodoos that I work with, I communicate with them like how I communicate with human beings. And I know what they want and what they do not want. And in case I find it difficult to understand what they want, what I do is that then I use a divination to find out what they want, mostly Afa or the mirror, to find out what the voodoos want and what they do, if I cannot understand them. That's why the old man in the village, whose shrine is left to me to manage with his children and the whole village, is because I could hear the voodoo when it communicates. That is why I am like one in charge or being part of the people in charge. Yes, because I can hear the voodoo very clearly. Yeah. So if you are having a voodoo, you should be able to know how to communicate, and also you should be able to hear your voodoo very clearly and knows what it wants and what it doesn't want. It's not like a religion where you just imagine and use faith to do things. Voodoo work is a real work, and anyone who says they are doing voodoo work must be a person who can hear voodoo. It's not imagination, and it's not what you read just from books. You working with a voodoo must be a two-way communication. The voodoo talks to you, you talk. That's how you can use the voodoo to help other people, because if someone comes to you, you must tell the voodoo what the person's problems are. Then the voodoo will communicate back and tell you what you should do to help the person. So this is how it is. Thank you very much for that question, that big sister Luna. And then we have DJ for real again. So when there is a program like festival, when voodoo priests are dancing, can one stop the other? I don't know, because you know, our shrine, if you look at the videos we post most of the time, it's not dancing. But I have seen in most voodoo videos that I have watched on the social media, that when there's a voodoo festival, it's only dancing. And everybody just waiting and people are dancing. One group will come and dance, another group will come and dance, another group will come and dance. But that's what the people do. But at our shrine, that's not the main do some warrior dances in between, but most of the time we are doing something for the Vodus. That's what we show. But it is not merely dancing. But then most Voodoo shrines that I've been seeing, it is the same thing. Everybody, Voodoo festival just means to go and dance and display your clothing and new things you are wearing and dancing. But in our place, we don't do that very much. But I don't know whether one person is dancing and another person can stop them. Because most of the shrines, I think the dancing, people say is some of the Voodoo will come upon you or mount you and do its own dancing. Maybe that's what it is, but we don't do that. Voodoo doesn't mount people and they start dancing. Maybe my shrine is a modern type of Voodoo shrine because I have studied all over the world. I've traveled to many places learning how to communicate and work with Voodoo. So that's why I don't do this one that is very common that everywhere it's only dancing. Voodoo festival is only people dancing. My Voodoo festival, or when we do African Magic Temple Festival, you will see that we are feeding the Voodoos, we are testing it with people to see whether the Voodoo is still active or whether it can work with people, and that's what we do at our shrine. It's not mostly dancing. It's not most of the time. Dancing is part of it when we are just happy, but then we are doing the Voodoo work, we are just doing Voodoo work. Yeah. And then big sister, Papa, will there be a reason a Voodoo refuses to work with someone? Of course, if the Voodoo doesn't want to work with you, you don't have to force yourself to work with it. Voodoo can refuse to work with somebody. That's the normal thing, just like human beings will not want to work with someone. If a Voodoo doesn't want to work with you, why do you have to force yourself to work with it? You have to find a Voodoo you can work with comfortably. You don't go trying to work with a Voodoo because you have heard his name or people are saying so, this Voodoo is this, so you want to work with it. If the Voodoo doesn't want to work with you, you don't have to work with it. And that's as simple as that. You don't have to work with a Voodoo that doesn't want to work with you. Because I don't see the reason why you should work with a person who does not want to work with you, or an entity who doesn't want to work with you. Because you are working with a spirit. You are working with a Voodoo. Because Voodoo, the word Voodoo means spirit. You are working with spirit because you want to use that spirit to assist you on the psychic plane or on the spiritual plane, so that you can use it to help people on the physical plane. And if that particular spirit doesn't want to work with you there's no way you can work with it because it does not want to work with you. So there are situations when a Voodoo will refuse to work with people, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Questions on YouTube, yeah. So the double is okay, that's it.
I'll just play
By 6 o'clock I will close today because I want to go to the shrine to do my own Vosa. It's a Vosa Kudo Tutu Togbe Ade. I think there's also Anna. Is there Anna? Is it Aklahosa?
Aklahosa.
Yeah, I think
Aklahosa.
Anna. There's Anna, there's Kudo Tutu, there is Tobe Ade, and there is also setting the Vosa in the river. Yeah, Klahosa. So I need to go start these things and also putting the Afandu Tete on a dog. That's also inside. So it's about 4 or 5 Vosas in that one, which I need to do. Yeah, I'll set it at the river at the back here. But maybe if I don't set it at the river today, that's why I took the gardener to clear the way. I don't know whether he did it or not. But we can do it tomorrow in the daytime. But I will do the rest at the shrine. So by 6 o'clock we should be closing. So please, if you have questions to ask me, it's now already 5:21. That's not popular. O me llama oga subulisa, me llama oga kitkata, me llama oga se. Ese joto ame joto, se na no ame. Ese te na no ame, wo me no be do ko no be. Wo me no be me bi na do ko no be be o, do ko no be me bi na no no be be na. O me yo senyi. E bi no ga temi no. Na me se se kwa bi ngwa be me bi na do ko no be bi o ko ni be no na. A cheche ko ko. O me yo ra ka yo shi me ham fura shi ko se mi fura shi o be ke bi ngwa go. Ya brax. Senhores, até quando eu estou dentro, eu vejo que não vou isso cá. Eu vou falar. E mas eu me anozoji, aí dos kakati caso banhado. Me ada fa banha banha aqui, aqui banha banha juro homa maior que banha imba manjo fala fa play da banha de carro. Banha de no meu as abaja bonito. Banha aperto, assim aperto, no pouco onyo no ogon asisi kuka amayi asi agboba fún ọyàn pẹ̀lú amayi ẹgbẹrẹ agboba fún ọyàn pẹ̀lú amayi ìgbèjì abacha adínúdì náà gbọba afẹnukọ akọba apẹlú tó ọyàn fún pẹ̀lú nínú àmì sí ojú ẹni ọmọ pọ náà pẹ̀lú nínú àmì sí ìdọwọ pẹ̀lú nínú àmì rẹ síre ẹjẹjẹ mẹmẹ vaalo apẹlú tó ọyàn rẹ sí àrẹ góngóngóngó apẹlú níbà lóòdù ẹni kò níbà wọ nínú òkúra ẹjọ ní gbọba àdó àfihàn rẹ níwẹ abẹfẹfẹfẹfẹ. Ni forme de combiner après aujourd'hui peut-être la paix mais do bena ni be jati ni ro ni fle ni be jati ni ngo ahare neva John ara ya pa mi kon anagambo kon ni ka gbogbo si we aha to pan boxing ake amugba gbogbo asinu we tani agbajira la ke godo amanga egbe ko to da mi ba ko abe na ko ni me nature ento konkore chon enjoy are not able to stand on their feet until some time, and that is when we say voodoo mounts or a spirit mounts a person because the spirit has taken over your body from you at that time. So it is the one that is going to be working through you. But then there is so many, what do you call it, acting also that I see in many shrines, but then it's normal with those. I don't do acting at my shrine. So if a voodoo mounts you, we will all see the way it mounts you. You actually, in most cases, people cannot control themselves because the voodoo wants its will or whatever it mounted you for to be heard first before it leaves you. So maybe when people get mounted by a voodoo somehow, physically maybe they cannot stand on their own. I don't know, but maybe that's what it is. And then top DJ for real says, please do you do the Tobe Jopata wristband for others as well? Yeah, when we initiate people into Tobe Jopata, it's not just a wrist bracelet that we just give you. It's a whole ritual of initiation. And when you get the initiation, you have the bracelet as well. It is a whole thing. It's not just giving the bracelet to you that go and wear it. No, it's an initiation. And when you take the initiation, definitely you have the wristband. We also do it even people who are not physically here. We will do the initiation seeds, do all the rituals here, and then we put the Tobe Jopata bracelet along with the seed of initiation that was done and sent to people who are not physically here, and we mail it to them. And when it gets to them, they will swallow the seed. After swallow the seed, we will invoke the Tamujapata and tell them the name, the incantation. Because if you don't swallow the seed and you are just doing the incantation, it cannot have the effect that it's supposed to have on you and how it's supposed to help you. So we will let the person swallow the seed after it gets to them. Then we invoke the Tamujapata into the person's ear, and things definitely changes. Thank you. And then we have Milky. Milky saying, hello, Papa. Hello, Milky. Then say, long time, sir. Good to see you, sir. Hello. Is it Mickey or Milky? Mickey. Okay. Please, thank you. Who is this Mickey, please? I don't remember you, but if you cannot let me know you a little bit. Mickey, thank you very much for joining today's section. I'm grateful. There are so many people that I have interacted with in the past. I cannot remember everybody. So please forgive me if I'm saying that I don't remember. Video over. Is the video gone? The video, are they done with it?
Yeah, so that's all.
I'm in a dollar or buddy. Yeah, that's even anywhere in the family.
That's not popular.
Let me wear a cab, but I take women of food. Any of you come in your many hours. Me, I wear them never come. Oh, I go. Oh, my yoga suppose my yoga cat, my yoga say, the say your torn and your torn, say none woman, the certain and one woman of the woman of a human being, oh, my yoga singing, if you have got any money, and this is a family who are waiting again and couldn't put it in your opinion now. Oh, my yoga, she might have for a sugar, before I should begin. But it doesn't affect this. I'm in a dollar or buddy. Yeah, that's even anywhere in the family.
That's not popular.
Let me wear a cab, but I take women of food. Any of you come in your many hours. Me, I wear them never come. Oh, I go. Oh, my yoga suppose my yoga cat, my yoga. Okay, we can. Yeah? We are back. Okay, thank you. And then we have a DJ for real on TikTok saying, for instance, when a person who have the wristband mistakenly misplaced it, can they get it back? Yes, of course they can get it back. If you are using, if you are initiating into Jopata, and then for some reason you lost the bracelet, which is very unlikely in a way that you lost the bracelet, you can get the same bracelet, but the bracelets are actually initiated, empowered. They are not just a bracelet you can buy from market, but it cannot be called Jopata. It is until the rituals are done on it and empowered that there is power in it. That's why, or infused, the power is infused into it. That's when you can call it Jopata. It's not just any this thing here too. Not just anything you just buy from the market and you wear and it will be called Jopata. So what happens is that in case you have your bracelet and for some reason you lost it, yes, we will have to do the initiation is already done, so you don't need to be initiated anymore. Only they have to get the bracelets to be infused with the energy of the Tobe Chapata. So it can be replaced.
This is okay.
ReVodution Voodoo education is not in there. Then we have DJ.
Sorry, it's Hero.
It's Hero Asakara. Amen. It's a greetings, Baba. Glad to see you. Thank you very much, Hero Asakara. Amen. Thank you. You know, our platform is such a real platform, a straightforward platform. So it is not like a joke. So maybe the way people get what do you call it? Drives people to your
Page of
yes, to come and get so many people coming. We don't have that in our this thing, because what we do and discuss here is real thing. It's not fun. It is not just a joke. It is a real thing. Whatever I speak here and questions you ask and I answer, they are real things. They are not just for getting people coming to your page. We are realistic and very, very, very real for that matter. Maybe that's why you don't see too many people, but people who are actually looking and searching for wisdom and the truth are the people who come here. We are not just having jokers and entertainers coming here. We will have to get the electrician to connect the faces again, because that's what they did last time. So if David is in town, to come and then. So this one had been worrying people around the area for some time now, but because he came to change it to the power to loop it for us, that's why we didn't have a problem. Otherwise, some parts of my room will have light, other parts will not have. And anyway, that's life. We have to find solution to our challenges. Thank you. And then we have Bubune Tamaklos, greetings, Papa. When someone says a voodoo is an Aje voodoo, what is the meaning and what do they do? Okay, I don't have a Aje voodoo in my shrine. I don't have Aje voodoo in my shrine as such. But people who have a voodoo, they call it Aje voodoo, they probably may be talking that voodoo is coming out of witchcraft, or a voodoo who will attack witches. That's the way I understand it. And so maybe that's what it is. But I would prefer that you ask the people who say, oh, this one is an Aje voodoo, and then you have to ask them what it is. What is Aje voodoo? Because if you listen to me very carefully, I don't talk about Aje voodoo in my shrine. And you don't see me praying to anything and I say this is Aje voodoo and all this thing. So I'm not sure what really, when somebody says voodoo is Aje voodoo, it is either maybe the voodoo catches witches, or the voodoo is a witchcraft by itself. I don't know. I'm not very sure, because if I'm trying to explain it, something that I don't know, and I'm trying to talk about it, and maybe telling lies. So if you next time you hear someone say, oh, the voodoo that they have is Aje voodoo, please ask them directly. So what does it mean? Because they will understand what they mean. The witches, or the voodoo is a witch voodoo. That's what that may be the meaning. And J means witch in our language. Yeah. I wish I were there. You know what I'm prompt America very. Okay, we have a big sister because Papa, Haitian Voodoo is afar in the diaspora, correct? No, Haitian Voodoo is not afar in the diaspora. Haitian Voodoo is just a Voodoo like the Ewe Voodoo because it came out of Voodoo. The Haitian Voodoo came out of the Ewe Voodoo, or the diasporan Voodoo came out of the Ewe Voodoo. Voodoo is Voodoo and it is not afar. So Haitian Voodoo is not afar in the diaspora. Haitian Voodoo is a Voodoo work. But the difference between Haitian Voodoo and the Ewe original Voodoo is that the Haitian Voodoo has borrowed a lot of other cultures, spirituality, and added it into one pot, and that is being called Haitian Voodoo. And on the other hand, the Ewe Voodoo is mainly Ewe Voodoo, even though Ewes also have some Voodoos came from other ethnic groups in Africa or from other close ethnic groups. But it is given Ewe name and work with Ewe people. So the word Voodoo is Ewe word for spirit. So Haitian Voodoo is just what will I say?
Deviation.
A deviation of Ewe Voodoo, but the Haitian Voodoo, because in Haiti, different people came together to form a Haitian nation. People from different parts of Africa, people who were brought from different cultures and ethnic groups. But then maybe the Ewe people were more stronger by mentioning that this is Voodoo. Afar is Afar. It cannot be any name. Afar has only two names. Of this thing, but Afar is Afar and Voodoo is Voodoo. They are not the same. They are not. So you say why is dance such an integral part of the reason why dance is integral part of spirituality is that people goes with music and drumming. But then in that case, sometimes it becomes more religious than spirituality when it is too much of just people begin to worship. Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. But everywhere, even the church people dance. Today's charismatic church is they dance and people get possessed and all this, and that is our tradition. But then it has been kind of mounted. Will I say mounted? It has been uplifted into what they call church or community. And those main churches, it is very hard for you that you see people in the church get possessed and start rolling and jumping around. But how come is it that in African, especially charismatic church, people begin to roll and start to jump and all kind of things where devils and witches are being cast out of people, and it does not happen from the first church, which is a Catholic church. Why? Then that is what will tell you that a charismatic church and all these other churches who are talking about Holy Ghost fire are all just our traditional spirituality that has been drumming and music is part of voodoo practice. What I was saying is that at our shrine, we don't put too much of drumming and dancing. On festival, yes, we play drum for people to be happy, but it is not like they are playing the drum so people can get possessed and start to. We don't do that. But in many shrines that I have seen, all festival is to play drum so people and many other shrines. Please put the air conditioner on. And the big sister Luna Nicole went on to say that is dance in Asian voodoo a result of colonization, Papa? No. Voodoo comes with dancing and drumming. It is not a result of colonization at all. The people who talk about voodoo, they play drums and they dance. So it is not a result of colonization. The colonizer didn't bring drum into us. They brought whips to beat people so that they can control you. They brought stories, fairy tales. They didn't bring dance to us. Dance is part of African nature, the black man's nature. Dance and drumming and singing is part of the African's nature. So it comes in with the voodoo. It's not anything from colonizers. Please move the cursor for me so I can answer the remaining questions. And then we have a DJ. When someone has a voodoo and the person dies, it's a must for the family to continue with the voodoo. It depends on what kind of voodoo it is. See, there are voodoos that people get for family, to protect the family, which maybe people call it to play voodoo, or voodoo that your ancestors got because they were having some challenges. Either they were having challenges of having children, or they were having challenges of making money, they were having challenges of keeping their lives and all this. And they got this kind of voodoo to protect them and also to open doors for them. With such kind of voodoo, you will see that there's a shrine where other people also will visit, apart from the person who got the voodoo. Other people will visit that shrine when they are in need of some help. And such voodoos, when the person who is in charge of the voodoo passed on into the ancestral world, usually the voodoos themselves will possess someone and let the person be in charge of them. Or the dead person who has passed on will possess someone and then speak through the person so that the person will know who, or through someone so that they will know who will be the next person in charge of this particular voodoo. So for such voodoos, if it becomes a family voodoo or a central voodoo that many people come around, usually you cannot just throw it away and destroy it. It becomes a family heritage, and then people are supposed to protect it. And but koi novi ne bidana tana koi. Because we school ibecho koi ne biabe enam ne wadana no tan bidana koi zeka. So with such voodoos, the family has to keep it because it's a heritage, becomes a family heritage. And DJ for real went on to say that every family has a tobezipi. They are supposed to have. Every family is supposed to have an ancestral stool, which will originate from the bloodline. That's why we are calling it tobi zipi. Means it's from your great grandfather or from your grandfather or great grandfather. That's why they call it tobi zipi. Means it becomes an ancestral family heritage. So every family that who has how do I put this? Every family that exists definitely came from a lineage or a blood lineage, which was started by the first man that gave birth to these children, whose children's children gave birth to you. So every family has a Togbe Izikwi in Africa. Unless, of course, the people who has this Togbe Izikwi, unless, of course, the family moved from a place and come and resettle somewhere, and they left their ancestral heritage somewhere far away and start a new family. But then even with that, they still have their ancestral heritage somewhere. Whether you know it or you don't know it, they may still have their ancestral heritage somewhere. So every family definitely will have a Togbe Izikwi. Yeah. But some people may be cut off from the Togbe Izikwi because they were not introduced to it. Either their ancestors that they came to know or the bloodline that they came to know left somewhere very far away. That's why even, for instance, even if you have a slave or people that were bought and were moved from one area to another area, they definitely also, in their families which they originated from, had an ancestral stool, for sure. They may be cut off from it because they were not introduced to it, or because of a long breaking from the original family where they came from. That's why they do not have an ancestral stool. But in reality, every family in Africa has a Togbe Izikwi or ancestral heritage that they all link to. I don't know about white people, but I know that black people, we always have a spiritual heritage somewhere. We may not know where it is or how to approach it, but everybody, including every African who is in the diaspora, if only they can trace their root to a particular family, they will realize that they have an ancestral stool. But because the separation had been so long, and they have been mixed with so many different blood lineages, they may not know exactly where the thing. But with all these lineages that they had also been linked with or connected with, as in DNA and in blood, those families or blood lineages definitely have an ancestral heritage, which they may call, in the language of the people, the Ewes call it Togbe Izikwi, which means the ancestral stool. Whether other people will call it ancestral stool, that remains, but in the Ewe language we call it Togbe Izikwi, or the ancestral stool. The connection of the ancestral stool with people who are born from that blood lineage is that ancestral stool become the converging point of all your ancestors, known and unknown. That's why when we go and pray to Togbe Izikwi, we actually do when we pray to Togbe Izikwi, we are invoking the memory of our ancestors who had lived before us for hundreds and hundreds of generations. And so that is why Togbe Izikwi is so protected and so valuable in a person's life, because it is there that you can communicate directly with your ancestors. That's what it is. Thank you very much, DJ, from here. I don't know whether you understood what I said, but if you don't, please, you can come on again. Please move the cursor in this. Okay. Yes, big sister Luna Nicole said, we don't worship, we work with spirits, we partner with them. That is how African Magic Temple does. This is the difference between ourselves and other shrines. We don't do worshiping. That's why when people call me, I want to come to your temple to come and worship. There's nothing to worship. We don't worship at our shrine. We work with spirits, we partner with them, we ask them what they can do for us to help other people. They tell us what they can do for us, and they also ask us what we can do for them to make them to be able to work. That's the way African Magic Temple operates. We are not worshiping any spirit, because spirits, as as a whole are the combination of all nature spirits and everything in the universe is what is called God. And then they have their own categories and they all work in different ways and in small and big ways. So we as a shrine, we partner with them. We partner with the psychic beings, the invisible beings, so that we can work with them to help ourselves and to help people. That is what we do. So we don't go worship at our African Magic Temple, whereby you see people with dancing and always praying, and then we pray to these energies by calling their names and give them drink and tell them that we recognize their presence, that they are with us, and they should continue supporting and working with us so that we can also help other people. So this is what we do at African Magic Temple. So you don't come to our temple or shrine and see that we are worshiping anything. No. Like for instance in Afa, when we are feeding Afa, that's the only day you see us giving food to Afa and making promises and pledges to Afa that if it's able to guide us through the year and everything is okay with us and we are able to find water to drink, find food to eat, take care of our children, protect our life, when the year ends, we will again feed it so that it can protect us. And that's what we do. So we at African Magic Temple, we don't worship spirits. We work with them. Then Luna said, I love that part. I thank you for the clarification and thank you too for the question and for reiterating what I have said. Yeah. Thank you. Unfortunately, a lot of people who had been initiated into Ifa and Afa do not know how to work with Afa, and they had only been taught how to worship Afa, and that's all. They don't really know how to work with Afa. That they only go and worshiping, and it becomes a worshiping tool, and this creates a lot of challenges for many people, and they cannot see how real spirit relationship is. And sometimes I feel sorry for those people who do not know how to work with Fa, and they rather only worship, but then they are not seeing results. But if you work with Fa or work with spirit on a one-to-one basis, where you ask the spirit, what can you do and for me, and what can I do for you? And the two of you have a common understanding, and there's partnership, and you play your part. The spirit will surely play their part, and this connection or networking between you and the spirit will materialize on the physical plane for you, who whatever you want, and the spirit whatever it also wants, maybe in its spirit world it also materializes for it. So worshiping is another thing. It's religion. We do not worship. We are not a religious shrine. And the big sister Luna Nicole went to say, Papa, what happens to Vodus if there is no one to take them after? No one to take them after someone transition. What will they do? They will be there if the person who get the Voodoo is not able to teach people, his or her children, grandchildren, and all this. The Voodoo has no choice. It will just be there. But if the Voodoo is a real Voodoo and works very well with the person who is transitioning, then people around the person should also know that the person has a Voodoo, and then the person will definitely introduce that Voodoo to people before transition. However, if the person is having his personal Voodoo and he or she did not introduce you to anybody, then the person should write in their will or in a note that when I am dead, you should bury me with my Voodoo. Otherwise, the Voodoo will be in the family, and then any generation or blood lineage of that person, somewhere along the way in the future, that particular Voodoo will try to show its head so that someone can take care of it. Because the Voodoos, they eat, they drink. So when they are there for so many years and they have not been fed, and they have not been fed with water or alcohol or fed with animal blood, if it's a blood-eating Voodoo, it will definitely start to show itself in so many ways, and people will begin to begin to have some challenges, and if they go on to do a divination to find out whatever is happening to them, then they will hear about it, and the Voodoo will let them know through the divination what they are supposed to do to regulate it and make it to work for them. So that's what it is. And then DJ for real said, can an ancestor of a family intercede for a person from another family? Yes, of course they can. If someone comes to me to pray for them, and if in our divination we realize that his ancestors, his or her ancestors wanted to be fed. Of course, it is not my ancestors who wanted to be fed, but the person who has come to me, his or her ancestors wanted to be fed. Before I will feed their ancestors, I am going to invoke my ancestors so that my ancestors will help me to reach to the person's ancestors, wherever they may be. So one family can intercede on another person's family who are not from the same family. One spirit cannot do everything. One spirit cannot do everything. Everything has a limitation. All spirits have limitation. That's why we have a spirit of fire, we have spirit of water, we have the spirit of earth, and we have spirit of the air. And even we have spirits that are traveling or working in ether, where sound waves travel. So when you have a spirit, you will know what when a spirit is introduced to you, the person who is introducing the spirit to you has to tell you, or they have to tell you what kind of spirit they are introducing you into, and what are the rules and regulations and the sphere from which this spirit is coming from. For instance, like Tobe Akain that is here, this is a spirit from the sun sphere, and this spirit is also a water spirit in one way, because it lives inside liquid. Even though it is in this bottle, inside this bottle there are herbs that herbs that have been put here in order for the Akain to be able to come and reside and or to communicate with this place. So this Akain is a sun sphere spirit, but it is also like a water spirit. So not like it is a water spirit as well, in the sense that it lives inside, it makes its abode in water where it can function. And then so the things that Akain can do, and when you are initiated into it, they will tell you that when you are initiated into Akain, this is what it can do for you, and then this is the connection you would have with Akain, and then you can put those challenges in front of it. So when a person is introducing you into a particular spirit, the person has to let you know what spirit you are being introduced into, or you have to ask a question and know how to work with that spirit. So every spirit has its own realm and what they can do and what they cannot do. So one spirit cannot do everything. A fire spirit cannot do what a water spirit can do, and a water spirit cannot do what a fire spirit can do. A water spirit can communicate with the fire spirit to do some work that you have given them that they cannot do. But what about if you don't have a fire spirit or you don't have a water spirit? Bokor, move the cursor up. Call Kofi. You are tired. We are almost closing, I think. It's now 6 o'clock, so I'll take some of these few questions and then we'll go. And then DJ for real says, you are very great. I always love your answers. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please move it again. Let's see. Move it up. Say, what could be the reason why someone's ancestor would not allow him or her to feed them outside? In this kind of case, it's normally the ancestral stool, the tobezikpi. The ancestral stool sometimes can allow you to feed it outside, sometimes it will not allow you to feed it because it will wants you to come home. Once a spirit is telling you that, oh, don't feed me outside, that spirit is actually wanting you as an individual who came to do your consultation to visit where your hometown is. Maybe there is something for you over there, or there's something that the spirit wants you to become aware of. This is the only reason I know when a spirit doesn't want to be fed outside, but must be fed at its home base. Because the purpose basically has, every family has a shrine on its own where ancestors go to pray, and where our people go to pray, and there's someone who is in charge, and then maybe there is a way that they call that spirit and let it work for you. But if you have not gone there, it will be difficult for people to be able to do it that way so that it works for you. Maybe this could be the reason. Thank you very much for these beautiful questions. I think we are done with TikTok questions. Let's just check the other ones and then, okay, we don't have any question there. Check YouTube. Okay, we don't also have any question here. Okay, thank you all very much for being part of today's section. Tamukolo is saying thank you too for the question, and thank you all very much for being part of today's section. It's a very short section, but I have things to do today. My end of year rituals are coming, and I need to get myself ready to do all of them. So please bear with me. God willing, I'll be with you again next week, Sunday. If everything goes on well, we'll come your way. And we may not be able to answer so many questions, but you will see the activities that we will be doing. Thank you very much. Christmas, people should get money into their pockets so that they can take care of their responsibilities during this Christmas season. May the ancestors open doors for you and bring good luck into your life. Yeah, this is a very important month for people who have responsibilities. That also for people who are expecting others to be responsible for them. So may you all have opportunities, and may the doors of money and opportunities be open for you so that you can be able to fulfill your responsibilities. Okay, I think we have my daughter-in-law over there, Sila Ameji, saying, Ache, thank you. How is my princess Afa? No, I'm grateful that you were able to join. Until next weekend, have a very lovely